Good morning, everybody. Just wanted to pop on real quick. Outside of my podcast and radio show, you probably have heard a lot of my voice, but I just wanted to speak on my behalf this morning and say thank you to all those that support me, still support me, and follow me, and believe in the work that I am doing. I am a living miracle, and I am still here, and I am thankful to God for that every day because I shouldn't be here. You know, in 2021, most of you know I was diagnosed with T histiocyte rich diffuse large B cell lymphoma, and I've had chemotherapy, I've had CAR T therapy. And 4 years into this, we were still wondering, like, why is my original area still doing what it's doing? And in spite of all of that, and we thought maybe my CAR T may have lost its sequence, but what we realized, there was a surgery, we were delaying to have over these years because it was too complicated, and we didn't want to go and take that original lymph node and see what is really going on. But we finally had that surgery, and it lets me know that the miracle is even more in effect, because not only I found out, knew I was fighting the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. There are two types, Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's. In fact, I also had nodular lymphocyte predominant Hodgkin's lymphoma, both. So when we thought the chemo and CAR T wasn't as effective, it indeed was. It did everything that it was supposed to do to help save my life against non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. But underneath, the real culprit was always Hodgkin's lymphoma. That is amazing. Both stage 4 and the Hodgkin's lymphoma recruited T cells and histiocyte cells, and it almost masked itself like it was non-Hodgkin's. It took itself up to that spectrum and said, hey, we are this. And so all of our treatment and strategy was against that. And then when we stripped it all back, there lies Hodgkin's lymphoma. And so I am super thankful that God has shown me a miracle. Some people don't know what miracles look like. They see them in movies and they read about it, but I'm a walking one that you can touch and feel. I don't take that for granted. I should not be here battling the non-Hodgkin's. I shouldn't be here. And now realizing I had both types of lymphoma, both stage 4, I really shouldn't be here. And so in that, how do you keep going? I keep going. I block out the noise, and I turn that tragedy, or that what we perceive to be a tragedy to most, and you turn that into victory. And the way I do it is just give back. The more I give back, it's almost like the more God gives back to me and restores me. My whole life was turned upside down. I was a successful businessman, I had a ton of employees and giving back, doing my civic duty in society, right? And getting sick right at COVID, and now millions of dollars into this, financial implications and all these things, but it's never for no reason. And out of this, I have started the Orlandis Foundation. You can find us at www.theorlandisfoundation.org. Some of my amazing friends have already given and donated, and businesses have offered their help, and people. The Bible speaks about those friends that stick closer to you than brothers, than blood people. And that has been manifested in my life. He has raised up this army, this group of people that have popped up in my timeline for such a time as this. And some popped up and they got me to a certain point and they're not there, but then others have been there for the long run. And for that, I am always thankful. I am always appreciative. I'm thankful for my family that loves me and cares for me, and I'm thankful for those friends that the Bible speaks of that will stick with you like family. And besides, we all are family. We're in the human race. Only one race. It's the human race. And so we're a part of that. We're a part of that human race. You know, we don't have to be so tribal against each other. There's enough going on that we should support each other. And I'm thankful for all of you. I'm thankful for people that have opened doors for me. You know, Stephanie C., the patient story, allowed me to grow and learn in this space. And you know, God have put people in my life that are like sisters. I look at her like a little sister. And I look at my doctor like a little sister. They care for me. They care about my health. And, you know, some people say, man, you need to get away from, you know, UNC, or you need to go. No, I'm right where I need to be. The signs have pointed there. The victories have been there. The support is there. The doors have been open. I'm right where I need to be. And so I understand that and I realize that. And you got to know that in your life. Where are you and where you need to be? Because sometimes things that happen to try to take you off your block, but you can't be moved. You got to block out that background noise. That might mean cutting off people that you may have been cool with, but at that moment, they don't offer what you need. And you got to trust and rely on God. You got to stand with him. And I am standing with him. And so thank you all for your support for the foundation. I don't have to name names. Some of you know you rock stars. But if you want to support us, you can. But what I said, and if you don't, we're going to keep going. And so, you know, whatever you do in this life, it is always bigger than you. And, you know, my old pastor used to say, you can't take any of what you think you've acquired with you. You know, I spent most of my life thinking what my future would look like, and my future looks like this. And so embrace that. And so just wanted to pop on and give you an update on where I am. The fight still continues. You know, my doctor gives me a lot of runway. She lets me get into my own lab and whip up my own concoctions because she knows that there's a divine thing working here, in addition to her guided hands and her mind. And so thank you, Dr. Grover, for that. I appreciate that. And I don't know what to say. I'm here and I'm thriving, not just living, but thriving. All things aren't perfect, but I am here to tell the story. So thank you all for your support, your continued support. We got some great things coming down the pipe with the Eagles Don't Quack podcast. So if you haven't subscribed, don't just listen and give me a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button. And I will appreciate that. The radio show, Eagles Don't Quack, is every Thursday, noon until 1. You can stream it at WARR Radio, WARRradio.com. I'm thankful for that opportunity. And just amplifying the voice, you know, giving voice to those that are unheard, talking about kitchen table issues, issues that affect people, health issues that affect people. Yes, it's cancer focused and blood cancer focused, but in this day and age, everything is connected and all these different health modalities are tying into one, and we're getting these cocktails of cancers that are rare and unseen and all this. And so how do you navigate that financially, mentally? Mental health is important. And I just want to be a resource, and our foundation wants to be a resource. So thank you all. Love you all. Keep doing what you're doing. Zoom, zoom.